Clackamas County. It was built in 1843. The sign out front says 1845, but during the last restoration, they found records dating it 1843. So this is actually the third location of the house too. So it's been moved twice. Originally, it was located down below. Do you know where our Main Street downtown area is?
Yeah.
So that's where it originally was located, right here between 6th and 7th Street and Water Street. Water Street is now McLaughlin Boulevard. So when Oregon City was new, what our downtown area is now was residential area. You had homes and churches down there. The original downtown was where the Blue Heron Mill site is at. So if you know where the mill site is at, that was downtown. Right around the falls, around Willamette Falls, you had the mills. So you had a granary, a sawmill, a woolen mill, things like that. So early 1900s, the mill site grew, which made downtown grow, which made homes and churches to be torn down. 3 homes moved, and that's this house, the McLaughlin House, and the Barclay House. And they moved because they belonged to the city's founders and also had a Hudson's Bay Company connection to them. So this house moved in 1910 to 11th and Center Street, so it's kind of over that way, kind of close to where the John McLaughlin House is now, if you know where that is. And then it moved here in 1986, and that's when it became a museum, was when it moved here. So you guys already went to the Stevens Crawford house. So that house did not move. That's in its original location. So that was built early 1900s. So homes were able to start being built up here then. What sat here originally was or early 1900s, was a house much like that. That's what sat here. It ended up getting torn down in the 1970s. And then, so this was vacant for like 10 years. That's when they moved this house here. And it became a museum then. So what you're standing in here, right here, would have been the kitchen. Originally, when this house was first built, the kitchen would have been outside. Do you know why the kitchen was outside back then? Why?
I'm gonna guess it was because there wasn't like enough room.
Not possibly, but there's another reason.
Maybe
Exactly. Yeah. For safety, because when
Did you
they
guys
would
all
cook
hear
and
that?
stuff. Yeah, for
But
fires.
What safety? Did you guys hear the why?
Yeah.
Because they can't they didn't have electricity, so they had to cook their fires with fire, and so it had to be outside. Okay, are you all listening?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, okay, so Ermatinger, he was actually only here for 4 years. But he was fancy, he was rich, he wanted an indoor kitchen. So he did add on an indoor kitchen, and it was right here. Would have looked much different, would have had a cast iron wood stove for cooking, all that type of stuff. Thanks, RJ. Are you going to lunch?
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. So yeah, this is where the kitchen was. Yeah.
Why did he only stay for 2 years?
Because he ended up getting transferred with the Hudson's Bay Company. He worked for the Hudson's Bay Company, and they ended up moving him up to Canada to work there.
So did he have this house built?
Yeah, so John McLaughlin was the chief factor for the Hudson's Bay Company, and he had this house built for Francis Ermatinger, so Francis Ermatinger could run the Hudson's Bay Company store that was located down near the falls. And when you see the walls like this in the floors, for the most part, it's original lumber, the lumber from John McLaughlin's sawmill. So there are areas, you can see that's a pretty new piece there, but for the most part, they really try to keep as much of the original wood as they could.
This right here is creepy.
Yeah, it's all creepy. All right, I think I said everything about this room.